Up to now, we have covered law of conservation of mass, law of definite proportions, and law of multiple proportions. Now, in this lecture, we will understand the law of reciprocal proportions. The law of reciprocal proportions is the most abstract of the four laws. The logic behind it is much more interesting. It began with a question that, if two elements separately combine with a third element to form separate compounds, is there any relationship between the amounts in which they combine with each other? From the observations, chemists found that there exists a strong relation, which gave rise to the law of reciprocal proportions. This law states that, if two different elements combine separately with the same weight of a third element, the ratio of the masses in which they do so are either the same or a simple multiple of the mass ratio in which they combine. We will understand this law with a simple example. Take hydrogen as the reference. If there are two other elements that separately combine with hydrogen to form their respective compounds, then experiments show that 8 grams of oxygen combines with 1 gram of hydrogen to form water, and 35.5 grams of chlorine combines with 1 gram of hydrogen to form hydrogen chloride. Here, both oxygen and chlorine combine with the same mass of hydrogen, which is 1 gram. The mass ratio of oxygen to chlorine is 8:35.5. As per law of reciprocal proportions, this ratio can be used to understand how oxygen combines with chlorine to form their compounds. Now, if chlorine combines with oxygen, it may form different compounds like Cl2O or ClO2. Here, this law says, the mass of chlorine that combines with the mass of oxygen to form a compound, their mass ratio must be same as 8:35.5, which is the mass ratio of these elements when they combines with fixed amount of hydrogen, or, after making the mass of one element the same, the mass of the other element will be in a simple whole number ratio. In Cl2O, the mass ratio of oxygen to chlorine is 16:71. Now, if we take the ratio of this mass ratio to the reference mass ratio, which is 8:35.5, then we will get 1:1, which is a whole number. And in ClO2, the mass ratio is 32:35.5. Here, the final ratio will be 1:4, which is simple whole number. Using the law of reciprocal proportions, chemists could predict the probable mass ratio in which two elements would combine with each other to form a compound, even if those two elements had never been observed to combine directly.